Hey race fans, here in Studio 3, I'm Alex Weaver, joined by Steve Letarte and Kim Coon for a little Backseat Drivers overtime, and this is a special one. It's the first time we're hearing the 2023 NASCAR Hall of Fame new names on the ballots for the nominations for this year's class. I'm going to read some of these off, and let's get the reaction. So the modern era, which is now a new addition to what we can cast on these ballots, we have Matt Kenseth. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of him, but Matt Kenseth is on here. And then for you crew chiefs at home, Tim Brewer is ringing up the ranks here too. And then on the pioneer side of things, we have Foyt, such a crucial part of motorsports and a name that is synonymous with all of motorsports really. And then Sam Art is coming up and rounding out these nominations for the 2023 NASCAR Hall of Fame. What do you guys think, Casey?
Well, the thing that excites me, and you look at a guy like Foyt, this is a name that's recognizable in NASCAR, in other motorsports, just in life in general, and so I think it brings NASCAR kind of to an international conversation. And then I love this modern era ballot. Matt Kenseth is a guy I grew up watching race. You look at some of the past inductees, the Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s, Jeff Gordon, Tony Stewart. This is important for our new fan base. You know, you look at Hall of Fame, and those are some of the guys our grandfathers talked about, and they were crucial to the sport. But this is what will excite the newer fans of NASCAR.
Yeah, I love the pioneer side because I get to learn about the heroes that built the sport that I've been so fortunate to be a part of. It's great to learn the stories. Foyt we kind of all know, but Sam Art, while we hear his name and we read his name in the record books, it's going to be great to kind of hear the stories of what he went through in his career. And then when you look at the other names, Kenseth, right? Matt Kenseth is great. He's kind of disappeared a little bit, being a dad, raising his girls, and then we saw him in the Fox booth. It's going to be great as he gets kind of shoved out into the spotlight a little bit, as quiet as he normally is. And then Brewer, as you mentioned, crew chief, TV guy, did so much for the sport. It's funny though, you say these are the people you grew up watching. These are the people I grew up racing with, so maybe that's the age difference. But I will admit, I didn't give the Hall of Fame credit enough until I sat here and watched some of my heroes, some of my coworkers, Rick Hendrick, Jeff Gordon, Ray Everingham, when they went in, Dale Jr., and saw what it meant to them and their families. That's when it really set in what not only does it does for the sport, but what it means to the names on this list.
You'll be on there one day, Letarte. You're on my ballot. And then also announced a new nominee for the Landmark Award, which is also given out every single year at the induction ceremony. Lisa France Kennedy, she's a pioneer for the women and females in this sport. She's a great boss, so she is also a nomination here. Fans, you can have a say in the NASCAR Hall of Fame. The fan ballots are also up on NASCAR.com, so make sure and leave your mark on the legacy and icons that go into the 2023 NASCAR Hall of Fame class. It's going to be a really fun ceremony. Always an incredible night in our sport. So make sure and log on to NASCAR.com, and also make sure and watch every episode of Backseat Drivers. We're here every Monday at the table on all of NASCAR's channels, and enjoy Martinsville this weekend.